Hello, fellow TBCians. How are you once again? My name is Ibrahim Kareem, your TBCian motivator. Once again, I'm happy to be broadcasting to you from our TBC community. My main objective is trying to raise awareness, enlightenment, and motivations all around so that we can get to our destination. Congratulations to all TBCians. I'm happy to note that today we have crossed another timeline. We are now 3,330,000 memberships, and we are growing steadily. That's good to hear. Yeah, let us all in the Billion Coin community continue to pray for the TBC. Let us continue to pray for all TBCians so that we can get to the promised destination. Why am I emphasizing this prayer today? Because there are lots of detractors out there in the big, wild financial world. There are lots of detractors and foes and enemies who would want to bring down any viable alternative to the present system that we have in place. So everybody should join me in always remembering TBC in their prayers. It is essential, whether you are Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, or a Hindu, whatever you are, even if you're an atheist, you do believe in a universe, offer prayers for our community so that we are not derailed from our objectives. I always do that, and I urge fellow TBCians to join me in doing this daily after they finish offering prayers for their families. Let them join the TBC community too in their prayer list. That will give us essential protection, because good things need protection from the evil intention of others, from the evil eye of competitors. Yeah, the evil eye is real. Competitors and detractors are well and alive. So don't let us be complacent. Don't let us be. Don't let us take things for granted. There are threats out there. We should all come together with efforts, joint efforts, work, and prayers to reach our final destination. Yes, let us continue with our general inspirational musing and discussions. We should be aware that we here in the TBC community, all TBCians in the billion coin community, let us be aware that we are a privileged group. Yes, it might sound unbelievable to some of us, but I would buttress my argument. Yes, we are a privileged group, our 3.3 million strong community. Why am I saying this? Because the 3.3 million of us are in a certain level in life that preclude us from the vast poverty that is presently inherent on earth. Most of us in the TBC community, we have laptops. Yes, most of us. For the few of us that don't have, we have our smartphones. We have internet connection that keeps us connected in the community and gives us updates. That's why we're able to read our blogs. For the vast majority of humans on earth, they have no internet connection. They have no phones. And they certainly have no laptops or even the spare $10 previously that we used for our admin fee, and now over $20 that we use for our admin fees. A vast majority of individuals cannot even spare this $20, which is roughly 10 days salary at the rate of $1 a day, the poverty rate. So can we see that we are privileged individuals in a privileged community? And we should use this privilege to enhance ourselves and fight the journey. We should fight the poverty. We should fight the situation we have embarked on so that we can get to our final destination. Yes, we ought to. I will read out this to even further enlighten most of us of how privileged we are. See, it is said that if you have food in your fridge, which I assume most of us, if not all of us, have fridge in our homes. If you have clothes on your back, thank God, such as the one I'm wearing, which most of us do have, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep at night, it is acknowledged that you are richer than 75% of the world population. Yes, of those 7 billion out there, you and me and most of us, all of us in the TBC community, we are richer than 75% of the world's population. Because I will find it very hard to believe that is a member of our TBC community Now, have no food in the fridge or clothes on their back or a roof over their head. I doubt whether there is any member of our community that is homeless and sleeps on the streets and have no shirt on their back. See, that is a fact that has been proven. So being in the top 25% is a privilege on us. And we must use that privilege positively to impact on the rest of the world. Now, let me further show us how higher up we are in this 25%. If you have money in the bank, yes, that is, you have a bank account, you have some money there. I'm not talking of millions or thousands of dollars. Just even have a few $100, $150 in the bank, and you have some change in your wallet that you carry about all the time, the $20, $30, and some spare change that you can use to buy telephone call cards, as we say in Africa. You're able to use some spare change to buy a cup of coffee, things like that. You are among the top 8% of the world's population. Yeah, that is an undisputed fact. Now, nothing to be embarrassed about being in the top 8%, which most of us in the TBC community are in. Yes, let us acknowledge that fact. We are very privileged. We only have to use this privilege to fight for others in the journey of abundance that we have chosen to be upon. So we are, no doubt about it, do not dispute it, that we are in the top 8% of the world's population. Now, it is the 1% that we have acknowledged have most of the world's resources. They have 99% of the world's resources. So we being in the 8%, we are in the bottom 7% already. So we are the one going to go against that top 1% of the individuals with all the world's resources. We are going to be able to spread prosperity and abundance when we establish our community, when we build up our millionaires and build up our billionaires. That is our target in the billion coin community. Let me go further. See, if you woke up this morning with more health than illness, yes, you didn't find yourself in a hospital, you didn't find yourself bedridden, you are not inflicted with life-threatening illness like cancer or HIV, you are more blessed than the million people who will not survive this week. Yes, there are thousands and millions of people that die all over the place daily, weekly, and monthly. We are alive and well. We should use that privilege. We should use it appropriately to fight the battle She used it to fight the battle of poverty in the world. Okay? I would further enlighten us as to our privilege. See, if you have never experienced the danger of battle or wars in your life, yes, that is, you've never been caught in the Syrian war, the Iraqi war, the Libyan war, the war presently happening in Yemen, in Afghanistan. You were not caught in any of those. You've never experienced the agony of imprisonment. You've never been to prison before for anything, whether for drugs or for being caught out in anything. You've never experienced torture before in your life, or even the horrible pangs of starvation. My fellow TBCians, let me tell you, you are lucky. You are luckier than another 500 million people that are alive and suffering these deprivations. And finally, if you can read, as I believe all of us in the TBC community can, because we read our blogs daily, we come on to our back office to navigate to the send button meetings and broadcast, shows that we are literate and we can read and write. Now, with this very privilege, we are very fortunate, more fortunate than 3 million people in the world who cannot read or write. Yes, you heard me right. 3 billion people in the world who cannot read or write. So, how fortunate are we? We are in the top 8% of the world's population who are privileged. All what it remains for us is to be able to establish abundance. And we will do that when TBC reaches its target of creating 1 billion millionaires and 1 million billionaires in the world. We will all be part of that. Me and you. I will be part of that as a fellow millionaire initially and a billionaire. Yes, I want to be one of the broadcasting billionaires so that I can help to spread abundance and prosperity in the world. I want to create opportunities in our community, in our countries, so that we can eradicate poverty. It is possible, and it must be done. If it cannot be done by others, it will be done by we TBCians. It will be done by the billion coin community. It is possible. Poverty is not the natural state of the world. It is abundance. We had abundance at the beginning of creation, and we still have abundance now. It is just that the world's resources has been cornered. It has been cornered, it has been reserved for the few, for this top 1% richest elites in our society. So we in the rest 8%, we are privileged, and we will use our privilege to redistribute the wealth in society. That is our duty in the billion coin community. So, fellow TBCians hearing me today, note that you are not just here to enrich yourself or yourself and your family. No, more than that, we are here to first of all enrich ourselves and our family, and by extension, the wider community and our country, by extension, which will spread onto the world. There are loads and loads of poverty out there in the world. So we should spread this gospel of abundance, which is what I'm calling the TBC community, or gospel of abundance. We should spread this wide. And how can we do this? We can only do this by enlightening ourselves, by informing ourselves, by raising ourselves up, by gearing up ourselves to do the task ahead. It is going to be a long journey, yes, but we are up to the task. It is not a day's journey, no, and it's not going to be a week's journey too. Neither is it going to be a month's journey or even a year. As we know, TBC has been 3 years in the making now. Possibly, who knows, maybe another 3 years is what it will take us to get there. Even if it does take that or more, that's not too much sacrifice to undergo. No, it's not. It just gives us even more time for our own enlightenment, for our own information, because without knowledge, we can't do anything. And without knowledge, we're not getting there at all. So, fellow TBCians, continue to appraise yourself of the loads of information available on our billion coin blog. We need to read up. We need to read up to be able to know what is out there. There are so many things out there that can enhance our journey and our objectives. And conversely, too, many things out there that can distract, that can derail us from the journey. So please, 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 as I always say every day, and will continue to say, we need to be motivated. We need to be inspired. And this will not come automatically. You need to get this done by yourself and for yourself by reading up, soaking up knowledge, feeding our brains with positive knowledge and positivity, and guarding against negativities so that we don't bring ourselves down, we don't bring our TBC community down. There is a lot we can do to assist the admin in getting there, and we will get there. It is not if, not if we will get there, but when will we get there? That is the question. When we will get there. The sooner we get there, the better, obviously. The better for us, our family, our community, our countries, and the world at large. There are lots of suffering and poverty in the world, particularly in Africa and Asia. And we would assist to eradicate all this. That is my message for us today, fellow TBCians. Thank you for listening. Continue to build your business and continue to spread your message. Once again, I am Ibrahim Kareem, your inspiring TBCian. Thank you. God bless.